And welcome to this week's Quest episode. And we got a good one here. Surprisingly.
Yeah, we do.
Surprisingly.
A real good one.
I'm going to start off by saying I did not go into this with high expectations because
you did, I did.
Here's the thing. I liked the first one, but the first one, as far as wokeness went, was egregious.
It was heavier. This one wasn't as heavy.
I looked into the score that I gave that we had for it. It was like a 6.5.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, because I wanted to remember how my comparison was. I will tell you right now that my scores are different this time around.
Yeah.
Very much so. Before we do that, though, let me get into the necessary things. Some things that we actually have to address as well. But before that, let's get into the necessary things. You are watching The Quest. This is our weekly movie, spoiler-free movie reviews on Hump Day. Exactly. So what we do, of course, we sit here every Wednesday for you guys, and we deliver a spoiler-free movie review for your enjoyment to let you know whether or not, and help you guys decide whether or not you want to see it. Right. And it varies from everything, right? Make sure to go over to the website, noblegi.com, nobullgi.com. Get yourself some merch. There is going to be, if not already, there's going to be some new Quest material going on in there, which also we'll be getting into as well. Make sure to check the merch store out. Also, check out the schedule. Find out what's coming, what's going, what's being renewed, and what is being canceled. Also, you will find our full catalog, video catalog of every show, episode of every show that we've ever done on the network. That's including The Descent, We Play Retro Games, Attacking the Topic, Grim Tales Podcast, and so on.
It's all in there.
It's all in there, guys. You can all check it out. Very rich, very, very large amount, and it varies in content. Library. Okay, because as you are watching this, we have Abomination Realm. I almost fucking brain farted. Abomination Realm is over there for you guys to watch. It is there now. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Short stories.
Horror stories for you guys to enjoy.
In the horror genre.
Yep.
Horror comedy sometimes, horror this, horror that, but it's all horror related.
It's all there. Check it out. Check it out. So that all that can be found and more on the website, nobullgi.com. And a little announcement for you guys. This is actually the last episode with the current format that you've come to know for the last 2 seasons. Well, 2 years at this point.
So it's not really 2 years.
It's not 2 seasons because we don't do seasons anymore for this show.
It's ongoing, yeah. But
But this has been going on for about 1.5 years now since this show. We obviously the reason we don't have as many episodes is because we thought this was a seasonal thing and we turned it into a non-seasonal thing. But regardless, exactly, it's our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want. But regardless, this theme, the USS Yamama will be getting retired.
Yeah, we're gonna park it. We're gonna find a nice space garage somewhere, and
it's the shape of your mama's pussy.
Exactly.
I'm gonna bury it deep.
Yeah, I think it's time.
It's time.
I think it's been it's been.
We ran it down. We ran it in. It's been great running it on the journey. Okay.
A lot of sex parties in it and everything.
Straight up.
Stinks.
Absolutely. It's fucking filthy. But But the next time you see this, which will be the next week from now, will be a completely whole new look. New layout, new logo design, new everything. It's a turning. We'll call this the Quest 2.0 in a sense. Okay,
there you go.
Because the Quest has evolved into its own thing now from when it first started. It no longer represents what it originally was. So
it was originally sci-fi only oriented.
Exactly.
And we do a little bit of everything now. So yeah.
So that being said, the next episode that you watch will be the new look and new structure of the Quest, and hopefully you like that one. Same content that you're used to, though. That's the only thing that stays the same, is because we're already doing that. It's just the look and feel. But tonight we are doing. Oh, before we do that, I gotta say it. I almost forgot. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay up to date with all things Noble that we do here. Pass it around to your friends. Tell them all. It's important. Okay. Find us on every bit of social that we are on. All that and more is found on the website. So thank you for that. If you're watching this on the website, thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you as well. If you're watching this anywhere else, do the same thing. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever the hell it is. Do all that. But tonight we are talking Rebel Moon Part 2, Scargiver.
Yeah, Scargiver.
Let me tell you something.
Loved it.
Let me tell you something.
I loved it.
I was mad at the first one because the first one was atrocious with the fucking, basically it was like they made every male character look like a bitch. And then, and I hated that. It was like there was no strong male characters. The only one was the bad guy, and he was he's a dickhead. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was my problem with that first one.
But putting aside the wokeness, I mean, even the first movie to me was amazing.
Visually.
I love this saga, even the story.
Okay, that being said,
very nice.
I will say this. Okay, I will say this. Because we've already done Dune Part 2 at this point. So,
yeah,
I think what Dune does better. Don't get me wrong. This story has got me interested. It does.
I will say this,
but I won't say that this has a strong, because the lore isn't there. We don't know no lore. There is no lore.
No. This is more pew pew, man.
Yeah.
More action packed.
So story Dune is way stronger in story.
Oh yeah.
By far.
Way stronger in story.
This is more heavily visual.
Do I like this better than Dune? Yeah, I do.
That's because you like I think I'm almost convinced that it's the visuals.
Yeah,
because the visuals in this are off the. Now, okay, the one thing that that's the crazy part about this film. This is basically a 1 and a 2. So this isn't like a second movie. This is a continuum to the first movie. That's the reason why they're actually working on a third movie right now. The reason why there hasn't been. We already knew that they were going to do a part 2 of this because they were already made. Part 3 isn't made yet. They're making part 3. It's already been confirmed.
Okay, so this was already filmed and just released later.
Part 1 and part 2 were filmed together.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the reason why you have them. Part 3 is there will be a part 3. It's already been confirmed that there will be a part 3. But it hasn't gone into filming yet. That's the thing.
Right.
So by the time, it's not going to be like where this one we've seen kind of back. It's only been a few months between the two. Because the first one came out a few months back.
They were kind of back to back. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because the first one came out on Netflix a few months back, and then this one just recently launched, not so long ago. So, it's like, okay, this one, the first one was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months or something like that. This one's like, by the time of the viewing of this is, I think, a month and a half late. Or so, whatever. By the time this airs,
something like that.
Gives
me a lot of Star Wars feels to it, like the foot soldiers, everything.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. That,
yeah,
but there's not enough space. Dune had more space travel than this one did.
It did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
This one is primarily about the moon that they're living on.
Well, it's about the planet they're in, or whatever that is. Yeah.
It's a moon. That's the whole idea.
It's a moon.
There's a
Rebel moon.
Yeah. Which it is what it is, but that's kind of what now I do feel, without giving any spoilers, by the way that this movie ended, I will say I think they're going to move past the moon now, because if you remember what they mentioned in that one, they're about to go on an adventure, and that's exciting. It's not about defending the moon anymore. Now it's about something else. I can't say what. But now it's about something else.
But they're looking for something.
Yeah, they're looking for something, and I think that's where the space travel is going to really start coming into it. And This is a
I want
space
some
opera.
space fights. Exactly.
That's what
Yep,
this
I
is.
want some
It's just
fucking
like Star
fight
Wars.
scenes,
Star
everything.
Wars was a space opera, and I think this is going. And you know what? I said I was very upset about the way Zack Snyder decided to do the first one. I applaud him about this one. The wokeness. Here's one of my problems about the first one was you had so many characters, and you only focused on one.
Well, the girl, yeah,
Yeah,
he did. He
that's
was-
the only. Everybody else, you like kind of threw them in there, and they were an afterthought, and that pissed me off about the first one. This one, I said I wanted to see strong characters in this one, and you got strong characters in this one.
Oh, this time around, yeah, the whole cast was pretty strong and willing and just
Absolutely,
ready for action. Yeah.
I loved everything.
They
Acting
weren't
was great.
depicted
Everything.
that way in the first one.
No,
yeah.
they weren't. Every one of them were just kind of like, I'm sad, I'm an
following her
alcoholic.
lead.
Yeah,
they
that
were
was
just
all.
following her lead. Yeah,
But even though the one guy is like supposed to be the leader of them, she's not even the leader of them. The general's supposed, and he was
Yeah.
like an alcoholic that didn't know what to do.
Yep. Yeah.
But again, like I said, they all have their turmoil. But this one, absolutely. What do you got flicking on going on there?
I have no idea. Something's going on.
You got a disco
I feel-
party. You are disco partying right now.
What the fuck?
You are
You know what
absolutely.
I have no idea what's going on. They're my above lights. Hold on. Okay, they're done. What
Okay.
the fuck?
Nope.
Yeah, I think we're going through a
Oh.
slight. It ain't a power outage, or else I'd be gone.
I think your light might be going bad. Oh, there.
It
Well,
would
I
be
think
the
we're good.
whole-
I think we're all right.
Whatever.
Hopefully it's done. Hopefully it's done disco partying because that was wild as shit. You were disco
If
partying.
not,
that
I'll
motherfucker.
just turn it off. That was weird.
But no, this film, amazing. I applaud it. If I remember what I said in the first time when we did one, I said I didn't want to do this movie. I didn't want to do two. I remember saying that.
Oh, I'm glad we did.
Absolutely.
It's a good movie. Good movie.
100%.
And the story, yes, I give it to you. It's not Dune, or like,
it's not deep.
involved.
Yes.
It's not deep, yeah. But it still has a pretty okay story. It's
No,
a
it
generic
does.
story, but a pretty good generic story.
The story in this one is way better than the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was, hey, let's go gather a bunch of people, and that was really it. There wasn't really anything.
Yeah.
It had. Don't get me wrong. Again, very visually beautiful, right?
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah.
The graphics in this one, I don't know why they felt better than the first one, which is fucked up because of the same.
It's
fucking
weird
movie.
because they were filmed the
Yeah,
same time.
but this one
so-
feels better visually. Like there's scenes in this movie that you're like, wow, that was really good.
Yeah, the fucking yeah. What gets me about this? They always have like this amazing technology, but it looks worn and old. What is up with that?
Well, that's kind of that's the space epic opera. That's because
Yeah,
it's the
that's
same
like
thing
the
with Star
whole
Wars.
thing. Yeah, it's like Star Wars the same way.
Star
yeah,
Wars
where
was
they-
very yeah. Well, it's because here's the
Obviously,
thing.
they're more advanced than we are, but their vehicles look old.
What's the thing? It's just like fucking like it's more like
Dune,
grungy.
similar.
Dune's the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Wars did the same thing. Fucking Stargate did the same thing. There's a lot of them do.
Yeah,
It's kind of a
everything looks-
sci-fi thing. Unless you're talking
Yeah.
in the space like Star Trek level where everything's very much advanced. That doesn't really
Yeah,
happen as
everything's
much.
everything looks clunky, mechanical, but it's still advanced. It's
To be
weird.
honest
It's
with
nice.
you, I actually enjoy that more. This is
Yeah.
coming from a Trekkie, okay? Which I love the Trekkie thing, right?
love Trek,
but,
yeah.
but Trekkie's not relatable. I don't see myself in that world. I can
it's
see
very-
myself
it's
in
very-
these grungy worlds because it's realistic. I could
Star
see
Trek
that.
is polished. It's very nice, modern, polished type look. But
Yeah,
this is yeah.
It's like if you have a dusty ass planet on the fucking scourges of the universe, they're not going to have
Yeah.
like glossy. Now, mind you, we've not seen some. Now, okay, you say that right, but just
Mm-hmm.
like Dune and all that, we haven't seen the like. Okay, without giving away anything, the Dune. We got a glimpse of one of the Dune planets and it was pretty.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yes,
was
we
it.
did, yeah.
So we've only seen the outskirts, like the Dune planet that we've seen. And then this one, we only seen the dingy ass moon that we're seeing. We
Moon.
don't
So now when they begin to space travel, I'm
we
hoping
might
get
see
to
a variation. We might see some more advanced
Yeah.
planets.
Yeah.
Because that's how Star Wars was as well. Yeah, a lot of
But that's
planets
how
were
it-
dusty and
but it makes
grungy,
sense
but there
because
were
you
planets
can't
that were classy
expect-
looking.
Right. Because you can't expect everything in a universe to be equal.
Exactly.
There's gonna be poor planets,
fucking Star
dingy
Trek. As
looking.
much as I love Star Trek, everything was pretty in Star Trek.
Love me some Star Trek though.
No, 100%. I'm a Trekkie for life.
Oh, yeah.
But that is the one thing that Trekkie does, that Star Trek does wrong, is it's unrealistic to the sense that you would think that every planet would be great looking.
Mm-hmm.
Some planets it's going to look like shit. Some planets going to look like an overbearing city. You know, some places are going to look like a wasteland. Some places are going to look like a metropolis. It varies, and that's what I like about that.
Planet develops equally to the next.
Exactly. So, and then cultures are different too. What you think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what you think looks grungy and nasty might be beautiful to somebody else. So, but no, this movie, strong characters, like the acting was way better in this one. There were certain parts that the acting was a little cheesy. It was what it was. I mean, again, it's part of the trope, I guess.
A little more romance in this one,
which I'm okay with. I'm not, again, it doesn't bother me. I like a little. I mean, even Star Wars had it.
Because they wanted to make her a badass in the first one, but this one they kind of showed her vulnerable side a little bit.
Yeah, and she was still a badass, and she was still a badass too. So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the complaints I had with the first one did not happen in this one, and it's weird again because they were filmed at the same time, and I don't understand why this movie was way more appealing than the second one was, or than the first one was. Like the first one, I won't rewatch the first one.
I'm actually glad that without giving nothing away, obviously, that the robot, I can't remember his name. They gave him a name in this one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He had a bigger role, and I think we're going to see more of him.
And there's
a
reason. Yeah, there's a reason for that now, and he says it at some point in the movie. There's a reason why.
Yep.
So totally, 100%. I'm on board. I am. This is the weird part. When we did the first movie, I was like, I don't even care. I wrote off.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan.
No, because of the way that they pushed it. It was like so.
I love this
egregious
saga since day one. Love it.
Which is funny because it wasn't that long ago. Like
the
way we speak about it. Like the way we speak about it is like, man, this has been going on for a few years. No, this is 2024. All this is happening in 2024. The third one will probably not happen
on that episode that I've been waiting for this type of movie. Action packed, fast paced.
Well, it's
very sci-fi.
It's a sci-fi opera. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's exactly. It's a sci-fi epic opera, just like Star Wars. Yep. I mean, it's like they call them sci-fi western kind of opera kind of deal. That's what it is, because it's just what it feels like. It's the same thing Star Wars was, and so forth and so on. So no, I told it. Now again, I was going to compare the two films because we did originally compare Dune and Rebel Moon to each other, and the thing about it is one has one good thing and the other has another. Right? Is Dune too beautiful to look at? Yes. But is it over the top visual? No. This movie is over the top visual. It is Zack Snyder at his exact best, right? Because that's what Zack Snyder does. Zack Snyder, he did all the fucking Batman and Superman movies and all that shit. He's known for big explosions, very high visuals, right?
Big, high budget, good looking movies. Yeah.
This is Zack Snyder doing what Zack Snyder does, without the bullshit that he implemented in the first one. Which I don't know. It's kind of weird because the budget is actually combined because this was a two-piece movie kind of deal.
Okay, so is that what they did? Okay.
Yeah, I have the budget is actually for both films.
Okay, and what was it? Because I don't remember.
So that being said, what would you, if you had to guess, what would you say that the budget is?
I'm going to say like $100 million.
Okay, the budget for this film, I don't know why I didn't scroll down. The budget for this film was $166 million.
Close enough,
for both movies.
Makes sense.
And the reason, here's the thing. You would think, that's split in half. But here's the thing. These were two movies that basically were one movie. These were one movie. They were just a part one and part two.
And they split it.
Yeah, exactly. This is basically one really, if you want to watch it, you watch them together. It's just one really long movie.
It just runs right into each other.
Exactly. So that being $166 million, I can understand that. It's $166 million. If anything, it's up there with Dune. While Dune was, I think, what did I say, like $190 some million?
You know what's weird? I I always thought that this movie would be a perfect theatrical release, and it wasn't.
Actually, there's a funny thing being said about that. Zack Snyder says that the movie Snyder then said he said that if both of these movies had a theatrical release, this is estimation going off of how much an average ticket costs per actual viewer. Now, this is a really rough one to do because you can't really say that because there's going to be more people that watch streaming than they would actually go to the theater because it's less risk, right?
Right.
But he's estimating that if the numbers were the same going to theaters, that this movie would have made an estimate of $1.6 billion.
I believe it.
I
don't know about $1 billion. I don't know about $1 billion. I take that back.
Say, I don't know. Much. Do I think that this could have made its budget back?
I think it would have made its budget in some, maybe double it, maybe triple it, but not $1 billion.
Okay, if this is 166 million, right?
So I think it could have made
3 million, 300 million. I say 300 million. That's where I'm at. I don't think it would have made as much as Dune. Dune is definitely a more theatrical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I still think it could have made its money back and made a profit off of it.
Absolutely.
I don't think I think Zack Snyder's.
I think he's overestimated.
Yeah, 1.6 billion. Nah, I don't know about that now. Yeah, did it have a lot of? But it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, would this have done as well in the theater? No, I actually don't think. Actually, I think it might have did worse because less people. So? Yeah, because here's the thing. You know what Dune is. Everybody, you know what Dune did? You know the reason why Dune sold so much was because the first film was on Max. Everybody's seen it because it was on Max. So everybody was like, "Yo!"
So Dune, the entry point was cheap,
exactly. And then they were like, "Yo, because this one was straight to theaters." So they're like, "Well, we'll go to see that because the first one was good." You can't introduce something. That's a new series.
What they should have done with this one.
Straight up. Now the next one, part 3, I think should be theatrical if they want to go that way.
Yeah.
And let's see how
this one, because they gave it to us as 2 different movies. I enjoyed part 1 so much that I think I would have gone to watch part 2 in theaters if it was there.
Sure. No. Actually, I'm on the other spectrum of that, and I would have been mad too because I would have not have paid. Now, mind you, now seeing the film, yes, I would pay to see it. But going off the first film, I would have not paid to see this movie.
Oh, I really enjoyed the first one. Yeah.
Remember, I told you in the last time we did an episode of the first one, I was like, I don't even want to do. I didn't even want to do a show. I was like, we're not doing this on a show, and here we are. We're doing it for a show, and I'm glad we are. I'm glad because I almost didn't want to do this one, and I'm glad I just bit a bullet. I thought I was going to dog the shit out of this movie.
No,
I really did.
Good fucking movie.
And no, it was absolutely 100%. Everybody did a great job.
I want more. Now I want to see them go off to space and give me more stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I am invested into this franchise now.
Yep.
If they do a part 3 and it's only in theaters, I will go to see it in theaters.
I think so. If
you were only going off the first one, no, absolutely not. I will say this from personal experience. Was the first one beautiful to look at? Yes. Story in the first one was garbage. The wokeness in the first one was garbage. Like there was even the story, like the acting, there were certain things in the acting that I didn't like in the first one. It was very cheesy. So
I think
don't let the first one ruin this one for you.
Yeah, absolutely not. Exactly. Yeah. I differ. I think that the wokeness was too much. Yes. Acting was okay, and the story was still great to me.
I thought the first one was lazy. As far as the visuals were, the production of the first one was amazing, but that was the only thing that I thought was actually really good in the other one. Everything else was kind of like it was pushing it. It wasn't a horrible movie, nonetheless. It wasn't a horrible movie, but it was a very generic sci-fi film. Yeah. This one, while still being a somewhat very generic sci-fi film, it still has it still has interesting elements.
The story is definitely not mind-blowing. The story's not mind-blowing.
No, it's very generic, but because they did the story better in this one than they did in the first one.
Yep.
I think this one, you know what I'm almost willing to say? If you don't care about how the characters got there, skip the first one. Just watch this one. I
won't do that.
I don't even know if you need to see the first one. Understand? Because I don't know. Because they explain so much in this movie.
They do in the beginning. They have a little small recap. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Has a little recap.
So you don't even really need to see the first one. Sure, if you want to watch it, go for it.
You technically don't.
Like, it's weird. Just
I
watch this
recommend
one.
it, but
I think, skip the first one and just watch this one. I don't know. Again, if you want to watch it, the first one's not a horrible movie. There's just elements of the first one that I did not like. This one, though, on the other hand, night and day. 1 and 2 for this film is a night and day. I could dog the shit out of the first movie. A lot of things about it. This one, I got nothing to dog about. Like, don't get me wrong.
I wonder if they.
Good.
I wonder if when they first began production, was it intended to be? They should have just made a big long movie on the first one.
Nah, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
Too long, maybe.
The attention span of this generation going on for no.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I don't know.
I'm surprised Dune did as well as it did because of how long that movie
Oh,
was.
that is long. God, that's.
But
one of the
people
biggest
loved it.
complaints.
People loved it.
Yeah.
So you see, we talked about how much that movie made. So.
But I do tell you what, with the prices of fucking movies today, it's almost you almost got your money's worth. If you want a movie that
Oh
long,
no,
if you're gonna pay
yeah,
that
absolutely.
much money.
If I paid,
Yeah.
here's the thing, we had to rent Dune 2, okay.
Yeah.
If I would have, again, it would probably been like a $60 to $80 investment
Oh,
going
yeah.
to the movies to see
Easy.
that. If it was just me and my wife, if it was my kids, it was more than that.
Oh,
Okay?
you're looking in the hundreds, yeah.
In the hundreds,
Absolutely.
okay. But I still would not have been mad.
Yeah.
Almost 3 hour long movie, whatever it was.
Yeah, you got your money's worth of that.
Straight up, 100%. And it was a good movie nonetheless. This movie, the second part, yeah, I wouldn't have been mad. First part, I would have walked out. I would have asked for a refund. I would have been mad as hell. Like, give me my fucking money back. So I am glad. I don't know why, because these movies were filmed in tandem. So I don't know why the first part was so fucking egregious and the second part was actually really good. I don't understand
because
that.
they were developing more character in the first one. I really think this wasn't intended to be a two-parter. It just ended up being that way.
But they didn't even
And
do the
production was
character
done.
development in the first movie was fucking garbage. Like
It
they were
was
like,
pretty fast.
"Hey, this guy's an alcoholic, but he's a guy, so he's a piece of shit." This guy, he was part of royalty, and now he was put into slavery, but he's also a piece of shit. Then we have this Asian lady. She went through some trauma, but we're not really going to talk about her too much. But we have this main actress. We're going to focus everything on her. And don't get me wrong, she's a great actress. But the fact that they had so many people in the first movie and they didn't fucking tell you barely anything about them.
We got to learn more this time.
Yeah, this one did. They had backstories in this one. This one did
they
a
did?
much better character development, which is fucked up because the character development should have been in the first part.
You would think.
That's the way it should have been. And the character development in this one was very good. Again, not the best movie I've ever seen, but it was a good movie. And compared to its predecessor, it was a great movie. Okay, I will go that far. So, going off of that though, because we went a little further than usual, but this is the last episode in the format, so fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, a little freedom. Fuck it.
Little bit of, going into that, let's get into ours because we already went over the budget information. Let's get into our scoring now. The way this works, of course, is always, and this will still stay the same in the next format too. What we do here is we have our 4 category scorings that go from 1 to 5, 1.5, 2.5 if necessary. This week we're doing action is our subcategory one that we do. So this week will be story, acting, action, and production. Noble Pile and Noble Seal are in effect. Woke score will be also in effect. The higher the number, the worse the wokeness was, and that goes from 1 to 10. And then we have our overall, that goes to 1 to 10, 1.5, 2.5, and Noble Pile and Noble Seal are in effect. With that said, let's get into it now. What do you give the score for story?
As we mentioned on both of them, the story in either of these movie is too strong. It's a weak story. Just be honest. But it's done well. So I gave it a 3.5. Because it's a generic story.
You know what's funny? I actually gave it a higher score than you.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is ironic compared to the first one. And there's
Yeah,
a
'cause
reason. There's a reason for this. I like movies that emotionally, because the problem that the first movie had is I didn't give a shit about any of the characters.
Yeah.
They didn't make me feel like any of the characters are important. This movie, total difference. And there was a few parts in this movie that got me in my feels only for a minute. Only for a minute. It wasn't something that like affected me, but I noticed I was watching. I was like, oh, like it hit me.
It's jerking.
And I was like, oh, holy shit. I'm feeling for these characters. And
You
the
didn't
story,
expect it,
by the end of the movie, the story is starting to make sense now. And now that's why I'm hoping that the third movie goes into what they've learned at the end of this one and focuses on that narrative.
They take it from there, yeah.
So I ironically, and this is coming from a person who dogged the shit out of the first movie, okay? I gave the story for this one a 5.
Did you really?
I did.
I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
Not at all.
Neither was I.
Yeah, not at all.
I actually enjoyed this movie. I was not I thought I was going to dude, I really thought this movie was going to be dog shit, and I thought I was going to dunk all over it. And maybe that's the reason why. Maybe I went into this with such low expectations that I was surprised. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
but
it could have been.
But
I was anticipating this one, so
I don't know. I'm quite surprised. Now, moving on to the acting. What do you give your scoring for the acting?
no, just like the first one. I give it a 4.5. I believe that's what I gave it for the first one. And yeah, I thought the acting was solid. No problems over here. I liked it.
I don't remember what I gave the acting for the first one. I don't know if this is the same or not. But
Nothing's changed. You know what I mean? Like the actors are still the same, and
they are. But I will say that the one thing versus this one is, even though yes, there are some cheesy parts in this movie, it wasn't as cheesy. Again, which is weird because this is almost not like a second movie. It's basically the same fucking movie. It's just a part.
Yeah.
It was cut in half basically. So it's weird that one did so well, and that's what I don't understand. So I gave it a 4.5, which, again, I'm surprised. I don't know what I gave the first one.
But I welcome cheesy parts because even though my main characters are badass, I still want to see their soft side.
Well, no,
Very
I don't even
important.
mean that in cheesy. It's just certain things like when he's on the bridge and he goes, this is not a spoiler. This is just me referencing. We feel on a bridge and he goes, rah, like that, and it just looks stupid.
Oh, yeah. When he's happy
Yeah.
he won,
That, like, he just looked like an asshole, right? It just looked cheesy. That acting, which is weird because he's actually a really good actor. It's just that part really was just like, you didn't need to do that. You could have left that out. But no, 4.5. I'm not. That's still not bad. I'll give that. We both gave it a 4.5. So hey, that's good. What do you give the score for action?
Oh, wow, I gave it a solid 5. Action is on key. Both movies on key.
See, I think
Love it.
I want to say I did the same thing the last one. I think that was a high score for me.
Oh, it's very action packed.
Oh no, very action. If you want to see a sci-fi movie that's boom boom pow pow,
Yep. This
is it. This is
definitely
the
it.
night and day to like. Dune is like the cyberpunk versus this is more like
Yeah.
Star Wars in the sense of that, where it's like boom boom pow pow, very cinematic.
A lot of fire, power, a lot of fights, a lot of
Now I won't compare the story to Star Wars to this though, because
no, I don't think so. Way. Yeah, no.
I could get assassinated for saying shit like that. Someone will come after me for saying that.
You'll make an enemy real quick.
Straight up. No, I am not saying
Somebody's
that.
gonna-
The story for Star Wars is not even in comparison. Okay?
Well, but I see. Even though I love this movie a lot, but I'm the first to admit that the story in this movie could be better.
No, it could. Absolutely. It absolutely could.
It's a soft story. It's a generic soft
What
story.
we learned in this movie, if they take what they've done in this movie and
it'll
they
make
add
it
to
get
it,
better.
then it will be a good story. Not a great story, but it could be a good story. So again, though, but action on point. Like this is the fucking Transformers boom boom pow pow. You know, like it's just explosions everywhere. Great film. Great visually. So with that said, though, let's move on to production. What do you give your score for production?
Ooh, that's a solid 5, baby. That's without a question. 5.
See, that's actually funny.
Visuals are nuts.
I'm actually going to pull you.
In my opinion.
I'm actually going to pull you.
Yeah?
I gave this a seal for the production.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah,
my geez.
I did. Because I
Oh
thought
my
the production
God.
in this is a pretty movie to look at.
It sure is.
Even if the movie had a
sure
shitty
is.
story. I think I said that about the first one, too. Even though I had so many problems with the first movie, I still said it was a beautiful movie to look at. It was very visually very appealing.
Yep.
So Seal, I think it deserves it. This was a very well
Wow.
well done
Wow.
production wise.
Yeah.
Soundtrack was good.
Definitely does.
Like CGI was, which is weird. I thought the CGI was less in the first one, which I don't
It
fucking
felt like
understand because they're the
Yeah, I
same
don't know.
fucking movie. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't know, but the fight at the end of the first one in that surrounded by space or like
It
high
was like
clouds or
water.
whatever
It was like a
Yeah.
water shit.
Yeah,
that was
gorgeous,
not,
man.
that was gorgeous. But this one, I won't say too much. This one, cinematography and action scenes and fight scenes and everything were just off the fucking chart. It had way
it
more
was.
action than the first one did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So no, I production wise, I totally agree. I totally feel that the budget was felt in this one.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
I think that's what it was. The budget. I think the budget got put in the second part. That 166.
Probably what it was, yeah.
It was semi put in the first part, and then they threw everything in the second part. That's what it was. So yeah, I'm production seal. Moving on to the woke one, which this is going to be the interesting one because I believe we had a score of 6.5.
We had a 6.5.
Yeah, in the first one. What do you give the woke score for this film?
It didn't move my meter. I kept it at a 1.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's fucking with my head because they're the same fucking movie. How does part one be so egregious with it, and then part two, it's like it was never there?
Right, and I would understand if there were two separately filmed films. Maybe
Yeah.
he learned from the first
Maybe he
one
learned
and
from
said,
his
"Oh,
lesson,
shit,
but no.
I can't pull that." And yeah, no, but
This movie
weird.
was already made when the first one was made. They were already done. So how do you I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with it. I gave it a 1. This is
Absolutely.
a 1. I'm thank you for not making this one an atrocious pile of shit.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe I have to say that, but thank you for that. That being said, let's move on to our final overall score of this format. We're coming. We're still going to be here next week. It's just going to be different. It's going to look differently.
Different look.
But let's move into what do you give the overall score for Rebel Moon Part 2 Scargiver?
That's easy, man. That's a 9.5. And the reason I didn't give it a full 10 is because the story lacks a little bit. But if that story was solid, man, this could have easily been a seal type of fucking. But I gave it a 9.5.
Okay. See, here's the funny thing. I differ. I disagree with what you said as far as could it be a seal? No. I don't think.
It
Not
could
yet.
be,
Maybe
yeah.
as this franchise builds.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because there's no lore to it. Like Dune had lore.
You have to go into this movie without the expectation of lore. You're not gonna get that. I don't think you're gonna get that in a third one.
Yeah, it's not. Again, now as these movies go on, maybe they build lore and maybe whatever.
Maybe they build it. Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. That's fine. As of right now, there's no depth to the story. So I don't. That being said, I could never give it a seal, at least not yet. But I will surprise you and say this: I gave the overall for this film a 10.
What?
Yeah, which is completely night and day to what I said about the
That's
first film.
night and day because
Yeah.
I gave it all the better scores last time. This time you gave it all the better.
Straight
scores.
up, I enjoyed this movie. I was happy about this movie. You know, when I watched this movie and you didn't watch it yet, I had to be so nonchalant when I said to you, hey, "Yep, Rebel Moon was done." I wanted to sound so melodramatic about it because I didn't want to be like, "Yo, man, you need to watch this fucking film. It was so much better than the first one." I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to fucking affect yours, right? If you thought it was sucked, I wanted you going into it like it sucked. I didn't want to affect that. So, but this one, night and day, applaud it. Thank you for somehow making a better part 2. I don't know how you fucking did that.
Don't know. It was one big movie, so I don't know.
I don't get it. If you want to do this next one as a theater release, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think I would go watch.
Yeah,
I'm already hooked on the first one. I even mentioned that on that one show. I was already hooked from the first one.
Going off
Already-
the wokeness, I would have not. That alone, going off the wokeness of the first one, I would not have paid to see this one.
You know what I try to do? I just try to look past the stupidity. Maybe that's what it is. You're a little more keen to that.
I'm a cranky old man, dude. The second that it gets in there, like it fucks me up. I can look past it to a point, right? Like for example, when we did that film Unwelcomed, fuck that movie.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
I want to buy a physical copy of that movie.
Just to burn it. Yeah.
No. I want
No?
to open it up, take a shit inside of it, close it back up, and mail it back to the developer, like the director of the film. That's what I want to do with that film, okay? Because that was the most egregiously woke film I've ever seen in my entire life. That's a big statement, but it is true.
We've done some woke doozies. Indeed, we have.
Absolutely. That one being the worst one. I'm going to tell you, out of
Yeah,
every film,
absolutely.
Unwelcomed, Yeah, horrible. And we horrible. It's not even a spoiler because you can go watch that Grim Tales episode. It's fucking horrible. So I think those 9.5, 10, I think those are good. Would you recommend? Well, I mean, fuck, it's on Netflix. I mean, fucking go watch it.
Even if it wasn't, I say this is a reno. This is a fucking. You know, after this whole saga is done, if I was still collecting trilogies and shit, I would definitely collect it.
Would I spend $10 on a rental for it? No.
Nah, it's a $5
$6 rental, yes. Sure. Yeah. Theater, now that I've seen it, yeah, I say that this. Here's the thing: they did it smart. I think this is the reason why. Because I think if they would have, again, if they would have released this first movie, even on Netflix, and then released the first movie, they would have released the first movie on Netflix, and then they decide if they would have did the Dune treatment, I would not have went to see this one in theaters, and I would have been upset about that because this was actually a good movie.
You didn't become involved enough in the first one.
No, and then of course there was a lot of other elements about it that I would not pay $60. I wouldn't waste $60 to go see a woke movie. You know,
right.
I take those risks whenever I go to see a Marvel movie, for fuck's sake, which is always a fucking risk because it's Disney, right? Yeah. But now that this is aired and this one was good, if they do decide now to do Rebel Moon 3 in theaters, I'll go see it. I would.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. Now, I was going to sit here and say which one was a better movie, Dune or Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
See, I would differ with you. I'd have to sit there and say Dune. Because Dune's got me with the story. Dune has got me with the story. Like, I want to know more. I want to see the next movie. Don't get me wrong, I want to see this one, but the story was not as deep. And I'm a really big. You could have a very boring film with no boom boom pow pow, like V for Vendetta. I loved V for Vendetta.
Good movie.
Barely any action. It was basically a movie of talking through the whole damn thing. There was action in it, but very little. And love that movie because the story was so rich. That's my thing. I'm very, very into story. Story matters more to me.
I'm in a story too, but you know my problem with Dune is I think they overcomplicated the lore. Because a good story could be told without being so complicated.
I think I'm so I'm broken because of Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones was, if you didn't understand, Game of Thrones could fuck you up if you didn't understand.
That's funny because I took that in like anything. It was beautiful lore. Understood every.
My thing is, I think it's a matter of interest. I think it was. It's not that Dune was. It's just like you didn't give Dune a bad score. It just Dune wasn't the movie for you.
Everything else in Dune is amazing, except even the story is just too in depth. Here's the thing. I think if you were to read the books, I would have a better understanding.
Yeah, I think then you probably would have enjoyed Dune a lot more than you did.
Maybe if I would have seen the old ones, because I think they weren't as long. They probably crammed the story a little better. But they were too old, right? They were 80s.
I mean, still watch them. I mean, but we're already doing the Dunes now. I won't go into the older Dunes until much later.
I don't think I want to watch the old ones now.
No, I enjoy these ones. Maybe I'll watch them. I don't think we'll ever do them for a show.
No,
but I mean, they're there, you know. But overalls were not bad. That is good returns. Great turnarounds. I will say the same thing I said about Dune. I am absolutely glad that sci-fi is getting the treatment that it is. Can we please do the same thing for Cyberpunk?
Yeah, right.
Please.
Bring just more of it.
Like more sci-fi, more Cyberpunk, more space operas. Like, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
You know what somebody should do? Somebody should remake Stargate. I'm all on board for that.
Oh, dude, they're already talking about it. They've been talking about a new show.
Now it looks like I want to see a show. I want a new movie.
You want a movie?
I want a new movie.
Oh, I want a show. I need something I can like just dive into for weeks on end. That's what I...
No, I would love that too, but I mean, come on, look how it went originally. You had the original Stargate, which was great, the SG-1, right?
Yeah,
then you had Atlantis, which was okay, which is good. But then you had the last one, which was
Universe,
which was okay.
Oh, I don't know. I loved all of them. Jesus Christ.
They were all good, and I would rewatch them, but Universe was not. Hence the reason why it got canceled.
Universe just didn't have the best one.
No. SG-1 was the best one.
Oh, overall, absolutely. And then Atlantis.
And then, Atlantis is what gave us the modern day Jason Momoa. Because before that, before Atlantis, we only knew Jason Momoa from fucking Baywatch, the original Baywatch, because he was one of the.
Where he was
yeah,
from?
he was one of the. He was one of the lifeguards in the original Baywatch. Before that was that. Then we got Stargate Atlantis, and he was the dreadlock.
He was Ronan.
Yeah, he was.
Ronan,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. He was the dreadlocked guy who lived on Atlantis. They found him on Atlantis, I think, right? If I remember the series, that's what it was.
If I remember it correctly, yep.
Yeah. So that we got modern day Jason Momoa, because after that he went on to do Game of Thrones and all that other
Big
shit.
things after that, yeah. He was
And
doing
Game of Thrones is what really did him. Of course, Khal Drogo. But I don't think we would have had Khal Drogo if we didn't have him in Stargate Atlantis.
Nah, a Stargate reboot in general. I don't know if I want a reboot. I want a continuing, because
Yeah, but what else are you going to do? Like, the story's already been told.
Oh, they could break it into, I don't know. It would have to be all new people though, because I mean,
that's like up there with Battlestar Galactica, which was great, but I don't think I'd
how
ever
old
see
is
him again.
how old is Richard Dean Anderson anymore?
Oh, fucking,
He
he's
has
done.
to be in his
fucking not Crocodile Hunter. What's MacGyver?
He was
MacGyver.
MacGyver, yeah, he old
Fucking
as fuck,
MacGyver
so,
ain't MacGyver no more. His multi-tools are done. He probably ain't even seen his penis in a long time. All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know. I hope he's still
Colonel
alive.
O'Neill anymore.
I hope he's still alive,
He's alive.
but I don't even.
No, he's
is he?
alive, but
Okay.
last time I saw him, man, he was great.
The chick
Bro's
in it,
great.
I've seen her. Teal'c, the guy who plays Teal'c, he's still around because you know who he is, right?
Oh, he does his voice. Yeah, he does the voice of a lot of different.
He does the
things.
voice of Kratos in the new God of War games.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Actually, they're talking about that. People say that he should play Kratos in the God of War series that they want to do, and I agree.
Yeah.
I totally.
Yeah, no,
agree.
he's still a big guy. He's still a big guy.
Very big guy. So I'm totally on board for
Yeah.
that. And the chick that was in that show,
I forget-
she's another one that was that's still going on.
Yeah, but she's aged as well.
Yeah, but
She's
they all
aged
have
terribly too. I mean,
terribly.
yeah.
I didn't say it. All right, I'm just saying he's bringing sexist.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
But we're gonna go on to a whole tangent on this, and like
Yeah, we're gonna make the show an hour here. So
I would love to do a little mini series of like us breaking down sci-fi. I would love to do that. Maybe that's something we could do eventually. A little mini
that's a
series.
thought, baby. That's a thought. Yeah.
Just like one episode is on one franchise and we break down that whole thing, and then the next one, oh God, I think we should do that.
Write it down.
We're so doing that. I don't know when we're gonna let it be known here that we are gonna do. It's gonna be a mini series. It's all gonna like we're gonna go. We're gonna. It's not gonna be like this where we do it every week. It's gonna be a mini series.
Yeah, it'll be like
It's going to be a predetermined. I don't know how many episodes it will be, but it's going to be predetermined, and we're going to do a certain amount. And every episode is going to be on a sci-fi series.
Oh, absolutely.
Go from
dude.
Stargate,
So
Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, Star
yeah.
Trek, everything. Every episode will be on a different. Fuck it, we're doing it.
But there's so many that I've been trying to get you to watch, even though they're old anymore. That
I'll
you
watch
haven't.
it for that.
Oh, dude, it would take so long though.
I didn't say
Like,
we
if
were.
you were to
Hey,
do- if
I
you-
didn't say we were doing it this year.
Well, true.
We
But
can
if you
start
were to
working on it.
Fucking what, dude? The sideways mohawk, fucking that you hate.
Babylon 5. Yes, I know what you're
Oh,
talking
that
about.
is such a deep story.
I'll put it this way:
Talking
if
about
you're
deep
on board,
stories.
if you're on board for doing this
I'm on
miniseries,
board.
I will watch
I'm on
Babylon
board.
5.
Let it be known right now, I am greenlining that.
Okay.
Big time.
Fuck it. Let it be known, guys,
Big time.
that we will do a mini series on sci-fi series. Each episode. And here's the thing. We could do it. It doesn't have to be a weekly thing. Each one is based
No, it
off of
could
that.
be
And then
here and
whenever
there,
whenever
exactly.
we do another one, then we do another episode of it.
Because there's even new sci-fi shit out
Sure.
there that I would like to fucking do.
I've never watched Firefly, so I mean, there's that.
Woo!
So I'm
That's a
not-
Western sci-fi. And that's
yeah,
a
no.
good Western sci-fi. Yep.
So let it be known, guys, that is something that's going to be in the future. I'm not going to give you a name because fuck you guys. You can wait. But I'm gonna get the hell out of here. We're pushing like Grim Tales on this one. It is time to go, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Again, next week will be a whole new layout. Still the quest, but
Yep.
less this. Okay, it's gonna be a whole new look, new approach to the logo. Not entirely different logo, but we're gonna adjust the logo to be more.
Well, we're not gonna make it so it's not unrecognizable.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna still be
gonna new.
recognizable, but it's gonna
Yeah.
focus less on what you see now, I guess.
Yeah.
So make sure to tune in to see what that is going forward. Again, that will be next Wednesday. As always, we're not changing that. Tomorrow we'll be, of course, attacking the topic as always. So make sure to tune in for that. But with that said, guys, we're going to get the hell out of here. It's been a great show. I enjoyed talking about this, and we learned something from it as well, which is something we don't normally do, but something has been birthed on this one. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind, all right? But it is time for us to get the hell out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your hump day. If you're watching this off of hump day and you're watching this later on, enjoy whatever the fuck day it is. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with everything that we do here on Noble. Make sure to check out the website, the merch store. Check out the full catalog that we do. Brain farted there for a second. Make sure to check out our schedule. Everything is all there. Check out all our shows that are on the network. NOBULLGI.com. Check it out, guys. But with that said, we're going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your hump day, and we will see you when we see you.
Peace out.
Peace out.